We're recording once again. Alright.
The myth, the meme, the washed iDubbbz. Now, we talked about this man a few days ago after he uploaded his most recent video, his stab at politics that did not pan out very well for him. Now, we're talking about him again today because, for all intents and purposes, he has thrown in the towel. Yes, the guy who made the H3 content cop has now turned around and said he's done with that sort of drama. He has officially quit drama. Particularly, he will no longer discuss Ethan Klein. Of course, after making a series of videos trying to ruin his life, he's also mentioned in recent streams that he'll no longer be talking about drama, which is really funny for a guy who made his entire career.
Let's just, He was at 7 million subscribers.
What do you...
Shut the fuck up. Man. He got some views over here because it was Ethan. And back to nothing. I mean, it's more than me, but still. Well, before this. Literal. Oh, God. The fuck? What even is this content? And why does his face look like that? He's fallen off, man. He's so fallen off. Okay, this Creator Clash. Oh, this was like Creator Clash 2. Even for the older videos, he was falling off. Okay, this is him talking about Creator Clash. Okay, and then he does this. Is this all the videos he has? Bro, what the fuck? He's done 2 videos since, That's... Wow, okay.
Off of drama, even after he discovered empathy over the past couple of years, he still makes drama content or some sort of drama aspect as a part of pretty much every video he uploads. It'd be like me saying I'm no longer discussing drama. It's what we do. Now, of course, everything's gone wrong since the content cop he made on H3. Now, it's been a bad couple of years. Ever since he discovered empathy, his content's pretty much been dislike bombed into oblivion, and his recent stabs at quote-unquote regular videos have not been going well. The concern trolling video was a disaster. Then he came out with this absolute banger the other day saying, "Are you scared of immigrants?" And yeah, as you can see, the like to dislike ratio is going really bad. In fact, I kind of made a mistake in my coverage of this video the other day because I said, hey, this might be the best like to dislike ratio iDubbbz has had in a long time. It was like 10,000 likes versus 12,000 dislikes. That's changed. It's at 16,000 versus 34,000 dislikes. Not going well. But in case you missed that, here's a small snippet of this amazing attempt by iDubbbz to LARP as a bread tuber.
Oh no! Europe is being overrun! Someone save Europe! Now, these videos themselves are very bad, but when you go into the comment section, you realize how many people these bad ideas are attracting. Samantha says, import third world, get third.
Here's the thing. Some of them, I'm sure, are going to be racist. But here's the thing. Why are they racist to begin with? It's because most of the people that are doing the bad shit that they see are of that certain race. So yeah, they're going to be fucking racist. It doesn't mean that they're all fucking bad. But you're going to create some fucking racists out there.
World. Well, these are not imports. These are human beings. But if you're referring to, there being a farmer's market, that's kind of...
And that's the thing. The Midwit video taught us, even showed the script. They're gonna take something, they're gonna take it out of context, and then talk shit about it.
Kind of a first world thing. That's just called a regular market everywhere else. So yeah, you're wrong, and you're also stupid. This is what the liberals want in America. Yeah, and they're getting it. They're getting their farmers markets, and they're loving their farmers markets.
Fascinating stuff from iDubbbz as usual, and a lot of people are in the comments saying, did Anissa, his wife, make him do this? What kind of a humiliation ritual are we doing at this point? Well, speaking of her, she left this comment on Twitch saying, things are stable and we don't have anything stressful anymore, so Ian will actually be free to make content, including streaming, so that's very exciting. I know the whole world has been waiting for Ian and Anissa to come to streaming and give us the entertainment we've all been waiting for. Now, of course, during the stream, there's a lot to really take in here, but iDubbbz made a couple of statements we're going to react to in this video where he says he's going to be ignoring Ethan Klein. Now, I want to preface this with one thing. There's a lot of copyrighted music throughout all of this, and I swear, if iDubbbz gets me a copyright claim, I'm gonna crash out. You heard it here, folks. I'm gonna crash out if this happens. But anyways, let's listen to the clip from iDubbbz.
So what's the plan with Ethan Klein? The rule, just so you guys are aware, is
blah,
like...
blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
We just don't give it any attention.
No attention. Yeah,
Like,
Huh?
I really want to make my own shit. It's kind of one of the, I think, reasons I stopped making as much drama content.
Wow, that's really neat, iDubbbz. Interesting how you're...
I talked over it because I also don't want to fucking get a copyright. Alright, AI YouTube. Because it's not even a YouTube person that gives me the strike. It would be an AI that hears it and it's like, oh no, he's stupid, man.
No longer going to be talking about Ethan Klein after making 2 videos trying to ruin his life. You made the content cop and the content deputy on Ethan Klein. You tried to paint him as this horrible, awful human being while basically consulting with the Legion of Doom, his legion of haters, all the people like Hassan Piker and his orbiters who have been obsessing over Ethan Klein and trying to ruin his life for years, and then it didn't pan out the way you thought it would. You thought this would be a slam dunk. Everyone involved with the production of that content cop, they thought that video was going to be a slam dunk. Everyone was going to just turn on Ethan Klein. But the opposite occurred. All the people involved got mocked. They got even more criticism. And iDubbbz in particular has taken the brunts of that negative feedback, as he should, by the way. And
I mean, Casey, Sean, and Frogan and Anissa have all been sued by Ethan, so...
And all it's served at this point is to...
But they're not big enough. And a lot of people used to be subscribed to iDubbbz. And then he did the content cop. Then everyone just started to unsubscribe. I'm pretty sure I used to be subscribed to him.
Revitalize the career of Ethan Klein and basically send him onto his Joker arc, where he's now really playing off of all the animosity people like iDubbbz have directed at him for many, many years. Now, this whole thing about saying, I'm done with Ethan Klein. I'm not going to talk about him. I'm not going to talk about drama anymore. Very ironic, because in that part 2, the content deputy on H3, iDubbbz made it very, very clear that he wanted to keep talking about drama, and Ethan Klein in particular, because he says, hey, we're all in the slop, right? We're all making slop, we're in it together, and we're going to keep doing this. And he even says he stepped away from Creator Clash just so he could continue talking about Ethan Klein and drama. Remember, he said he's done, but this was iDubbbz just 3 months ago.
I mean, ultimately, I think it's a good thing because I think I am meant to roll around in shit. I think me and Ethan are both meant to be rolling around in pig shit all day long, and other people are meant to do boxing or debating or whatever else. Ethan and me, pig shit rolling around type of fellas.
Amazing how
I'm trying to wrap my head around that because I can't understand it. iCooks cannot survive in this environment. He just can't. He's so fucked.
things pan out over a very short period of time. Basically, Ian is saying, I tap out. He's waving the white flag. Again, he thought that Content Cop on H3 was going to be a home run that everyone was going to embrace. It backfired. He's drawn more criticism
because he was
now
wrong.
more than ever. And now Ethan Klein is on the aggressive side of things. And, well, now iDubbbz doesn't want the smoke. And he's making it very clear. But H3 Productions, Ethan Klein, would make this post on Instagram reacting to these recent clips saying, I can't believe this pathetic worm used to be my friend. He came to my house dozens of times, always warmly welcomed. Now he turncoats.
It's crazy. Y'all used to be friends. Ever since the Anissa shit. God damn.
Makes the most inflammatory hit piece with the most toxic freaks online. He says he quit Creator Clash so he could talk smack to me. He said that more parts were coming. Then, after a short while of me defending myself, this pathetic bitch boy and his Lady Macbeth succubus wife wants to be left alone. They want to act like they are the victims of some bullying campaign after recruiting all of my enemies and Fortnite dancing, literally, while telling me to wake up and flipping off the camera. Well, I'm up, bitch. Now, you want to go to sleep? What's wrong, you sleepy bitch? Don't worry, I'll tuck you in. Go to sleep, Ian. It's time to go to sleep. Also, you shit your pants and your breath is wretched. Man, oh man, that is a brutal response from a former friend. And it's even more brutal when you think about it, right? The Content Cop, the original one on H3, I do believe, in my heart of hearts, the main goal was to impress who else but the Nepo baby, millionaire socialist himself, Hasan Piker. I think that was kind of the main goal. He wanted to be on the in crowd. He wanted to impress Hasan Piker, and well,
wrong side,
I feel like he forgot about him. Because
wrong side.
Ian came on to his stream about a month after the Content Cop, and it was a brutal experience. I talked about it in a video back when
he got openly mocked by Hasan
when it happened, but it's been a rough go. And later in iDubbbz's most recent stream, he made it very clear, not just Ethan Klein. In regards to him, he wants no drama whatsoever in his streams. Very ironic, if you ask me.
Good luck.
Yeah, you're allowed to ask, but the rule, KP Jackboy, is that we don't really talk about drama in the stream. I just want to fucking focus on this shit. I've said my piece on anything like H3 related, so you know, if you want to know my opinion, hey, I made a video about it.
Yeah, no drama, says the guy who created the concept of a Content Cop, which is grounded in the fact that you're causing drama with other content creators, and it's something that he's done in recent months, but now that the smoke is hit, he doesn't want it anymore because he's on the losing end of picking a fight with another content creator. Now, another question people have been asking in regard.
All good and dandy when he used to be right about the content cops. Because he'd talk about actual facts and shit. Like, man.
In regards to Creator Clash,
Good old days.
is the final message they made about canceling Creator Clash. And they said the donation and charity efforts would continue for months ahead. Well, from looking around, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, where are they? And you know, you would think, like, right, iDubbbz and his wife Anissa, they stepped away from this. They want to get away from this, but they wanted to still like hype up everything associated with Creator Clash. So, what do you think? They would do something to do a fundraising effort? I mean, that's like what they claim to care about so much. Where is it? Because even the ones they've claimed to participate in have been shut down. So, what's going on there? Nobody really knows. Now, of course, at the end of his recent video, his stab at politics, iDubbbz made a very interesting set of statements at the end of the video where he promoted the GoFundMes of Caseytron, Frogan, and Denims as they try to fight the copyright infringement lawsuits that Ethan has made against them.
Before I go, I want to bring your guys' attention to some lawsuits that recently dropped. Frogan, Denims, and Caseytron have all been...
Is Anissa not Denims? Are those two different people? I don't know. I feel like those two are the same fucking retards.
Sued, and they are trying to fight this off. I really believe in their cases, and I think it's important to either set a precedent or send a message that just because you're fucking rich and powerful doesn't mean that you can bully people on the internet, doesn't mean you can...
Also, what the fuck's going on over here? What the fuck is that?
Bully women, minorities, or fucking people who are poorer than you. And I think it would be good if they can continue to fight this off. So I'm going to put the links to their GoFundMes down below. All right, everyone, that is going to do it for this episode of iDubbbz Complains. I will see you next time when I swing the candelabra.
Now, of course, like I talked about in my last video going over this, the irony is palpable, okay? iDubbbz is someone...
That was fucking cringe, whatever that was at the end.
...who cried about the fact that Creator Clash 2 was a financial disaster, mainly in part because of copyright infringement. People streaming his events to others for free. That's what he claims was one of the main reasons it financially failed. Now he backs up these three goons in their attempt to fight off the copyright infringement lawsuits filed by Ethan Klein. And the best part is, if you want to know how, I guess, legitimate his interest is, and how much he actually really cares about getting to the truth of the matter, does he tell you a single reason why Ethan Klein is wrong? All he does,
no.
Just like many of his friends, all they do is insults and goalpost shifts and straw man. There's no legitimate argument that iDubbbz makes against...
There is no conversation. There is no points. It's just him talking shit. That's it.
Ethan Klein and his copyright infringement lawsuits. He basically just says he's a tyrant, he's rich, whatever. And that's enough reason to go and support these GoFundMes. And it's not working. As I pointed out last time, it's not working. People are not responding to this. They're not supporting him whatsoever because his rallying cry, number one, was made at a very bad point in his career, but also he didn't make a very compelling case. Now, there's some updates regarding all of these lawsuit recipients. Let's begin with Frogan, the Froganator, as I like to call her. Her GoFundMe, Legal Defense Fund, has grown to basically nothing. She's at 18%. That's right. After 2 months, she's at 8.
Bro, they are so fucked.
18%
they are so
of her
fucked.
goal. And if you look at the most recent donations, not great. again, there's a reason why I joke about super thanks on my channel. Every time I bring this up, people will super thanks to mock the state of these GoFundMes. There's a reason why those meme type efforts produce more than what they're getting in their legal defense fund. But there's something very interesting in regards to Frogan specifically. I talked about this about a week ago. She was facing defaults on the lawsuit. Basically meaning she had not responded, or her attorney had not responded whatsoever. And she was just days away from a default judgment, meaning Ethan Klein would get
For sure, she was actually hours away.
what he wants from the court. But she did respond according to Ethan Klein. Basically, in the final hours before default would go in, and apparently she got a lawyer at the last second, and gracious of Ethan, he has provided an extension.
Did Frogan default? She was running out of time, and people were wondering...
Monday was the deadline, correct? This past Monday?
Correct, yeah. And on Friday, I put out a story like, she's going to default. I haven't heard anything from her. Well, Friday night, she finally had an attorney reach out.
Hey!
And
Okay, a couple days. Never mind. By the way, I think she should have defaulted because she's not going to win. And this dude allowed the extension because he's about to try and get all of her DMs. All of her DMs. Just, oh, bro, it's gonna be a wild.
I believe that
lawsuit.
she had it's my opinion that she must have just got this guy.
If she actually goes through the lawsuit and actually tries to defend herself, she's opening herself up to discovery, which I wouldn't want it. I would not want that to be a thing. If I was Frogan, the fuck.
Like at the last minute. So she reached out and said, we'll officially accept service. We don't have to play this stupid cat and mouse game. But give us an extension to reply. And we, us being the generous, the, the always magnanimous, the always fair, we decided to give them an extension of 60 days.
You decided?
Yeah.
Not the
Me
judge?
and my attorney.
Bro, Ethan doesn't look well. He looks less fat than he used to be. Like, he's not fat anymore. And he wasn't really fat to begin with, but, like, he was chubby. But, like, I just feel like he's unwell. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, I'm worried for him. It's like, dog, like, are you okay?
When the judge...
He used to not have all these tics and shit. Like, all that shit's new.
Judged?
No, it's up to us. We have to grant it.
Oh. I guess I
Because
don't know
it's
how
not
these things
fair.
work.
Otherwise.
Gotcha.
So we traded. You said, look, accept the service, stop being a fucking idiot,
Right.
and you can have the extra time. So
Okay,
that's
well,
what
there you
happened. So there you go.
Okay.
So there's that. Let's now move on to Casey Tron. How's her GoFundMe going? Well, she's trying to bolster it as much as she can. She's on a subathon that she's saying all the revenue of which will go to her GoFundMe to fight off that nasty Ethan Klein. And as she says, day 7 of 31, and she's raised $1,000 in ad revenue that will go directly to her legal defense fund. Now that's really fine and dandy until you start looking at the numbers. She's at $44,000 out of her $100,000 goal. That means she has about $56,000 to go. Now you do the math. I hope that subathon goes around for about a calendar year, because it'll take her over a year at this pace of her subathon to complete this GoFundMe.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, things are looking very bleak on this side of the lawsuit. Now, of course, we can't forget about Denims. What's she doing? Well, she's broken the 40K mark, and, well, she's got 60,000 to go, which is kind of embarrassing because, again, she's behind Casey Tron. How did that happen? How does that happen? And you look at the most recent donos.
Well, from what I've heard, Casey-Tron's, like, actually kind of funny at times. But I've never watched Casey-Tron, so I can't really give my own opinion on that. I believe she's just retarded. That's about it.
She's gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 donations in the 4 days after iDubbbz promoted her GoFundMe for her legal defense. Things are
So
not
sad.
looking great on this side of the lawsuit, as I have said. And there's one more dimension to this I want to mention as well. As we talked about recently, the judge of this case approved Ethan Klein's subpoena of Reddit and Discord to get some of the information and communications of moderators from there. And this is something that Ethan Klein, in his representation, and Denims and her representation agreed upon and expedited. Okay? And here's the thing that's very funny. This is the update. Apparently, the Reddit mods who are targeted by this subpoena, they have basically crowdsourced a boutique law firm to represent all of them. And as Legal Mindset will point out here,
What?
that might prove to be a very, very critical mistake for them in their attempts to stay anonymous.
We'll bring up, do you have the standing to have to do this?
Well,
mean,
that's a
that's
good
another
question.
issue.
I think they do. I would be on the side of they do because they're parties to the lawsuit. So how would the mods not? I've
Well,
been
how do
thinking
you
about
know?
this.
How do we know you're a party to the lawsuit? I mean, that's right. It's like, look, you're gonna have to
Oh,
tell us who
fair
you
enough.
are.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not going to be able to fight. You're not going to
Okay,
be able
fair
to.
enough.
I don't know if they're not going to be able to proceed under a pseudonym at some point because
They will
like,
have to.
it's unlike
they will have to
Pixie.
stipulate that.
yeah,
Yes.
it's unlike Pixie, we know who Pixie is. Like
Mhm.
Destiny knows. Like now, maybe I am retarded and I'm wrong, but that's the argument I'm doing. Well, I'm sure Ethan's.
Could this be a
Flick-
double
Flick-
bind for that? I mean, this could be like an Ethan,
Mhm.
like an Ethan, like 4D chess move here. Is like
Could
by
be.
them going together into this
Mhm.
law firm, they're gonna have to stipulate that this is indeed them.
Yeah,
Oh, they're so.
I mean,
they
because
totally
if they're going to
played
claim,
themselves.
if they're going to
I have no idea what the fuck any of that means, to be honest.
claim we didn't engage in contributory copyright infringement, and we didn't do this, we didn't do that, it's like, well, we need to do discovery to find that out. We now have to depose you.
Right.
So now you got to tell me who you are.
But yeah, that's basically what's going on with the Ethan Klein lawsuits, as well as our man iDubbbz, who's really not doing great. I mean, imagine this: like he was down his path of empathy for years, and things weren't great. Admittedly, I think things weren't doing too great for him, but he comes out with that H3 content cop, and it just blows up in his face. Imagine like what the scene would look like right now, especially for iDubbbz and Ethan Klein as well, if that content cop was never made. The reality, the scene of
Yes.
YouTube right now
They're all fucked.
would look very different. Okay, but that's what happened. We're working in what actually happened. We're working in reality, and that's what's going on here. And this whole thing is a giant mess, but hey, I'm here for the ride, and so are you guys. But for now, that's
Yeah,
going to do
we
it for this
are.
video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, honestly, iDubbbz is fucked. So is everyone else in that space. Like, after this as this lawsuit continues, we're gonna learn some of the shit that they, texted to each other. If they did. Which I honestly think they did. I got a feeling they coordinated some of the shit. I kinda wanna play Kenshi, I'll be honest.